Are you preparing to buy a home in Hillsborough County, Florida? There's a program right now that could put a $30,000 check on the closing table for you. I'm Taylor Ard, NMLS 370856, and I use my 21 years of mortgage experience to give you a one-on-one financing journey. I'm here to help you move from application to closing with total clarity and confidence. Now, I'm not talking about a high interest second mortgage that kills your monthly budget. I'm talking about 0% interest, zero monthly payments. Here, I'm just going to show you exactly from my screen. You can see all this online as well. So let me share this with you real quick. This is called the Home Sweet Home program. But the manual for this program is over 40 pages long. You can see it right there. It's 45. And there are some specific gotchas, like the difference between buying in the city of Tampa versus buying in the county. And that can cost you $25,000 if you don't know where to look. I'll tell you why in just a minute. Today, I'm going to walk you through the official guidelines step by step. I'm going to share my screen just like I'm doing right now, show you the income limits, I'll show you the math, and I'll show you exactly how to qualify. So let's look at the numbers. Hillsborough County. This is the headline. $30,000 if you buy in Hillsborough County, but outside the city limits of Tampa. In Tampa, they only offer $5,000. This is the first trap. If you buy inside the city of Tampa limits, that assistance drops to $5,000. Now, I will show you how to check this on a map in a minute because your mailing address can lie to you. It's not just because your mailing address is the city of Tampa. Now, is this free money? No, it is a loan. But if you look at the terms, it's 0% interest. It is no monthly payments. You don't make payments on the $30,000. It sits silently in the background. You only pay it back if you sell the house, if you refinance, or if you move out. Now, if you stay there for 30 years, it effectively becomes due then. But for most people, they pay it back from the equity when they sell. Now, step number 2, before we get to qualification, I have to show you the hidden gem of this program. It's called the MCC, or the Mortgage Credit Certificate. Most people fixate on the $30,000 of down payment assistance, but the MCC might actually be worth more over time. This program requires you to get an MCC, which gives you a federal tax credit that's about 20% of your mortgage interest every single year in tax credit. So that could be between $1,500 to $2,000 a year that's put right back in your pocket at tax time, dollar for dollar against your IRS bill. This helps offset today's interest rates significantly. So maybe next question is, can you actually qualify? Let's look at the official charts. This is going to be on page 12 of the manual. There's two main numbers that you need to know. First is the purchase price limit. You have to buy houses that cost no more than $450,000. There you go. That's your cap in Hillsborough. Second is your income. If you are a household of 1 to 2 people, your income limit in Hillsborough is currently $102,200. If you have 3 people or more, that bumps to $119,945. Also, credit score. The official manual says a 640 minimum credit score. And yes, you generally need to be a first-time home buyer, have not owned your primary home in the last 3 years. All right, so I know I promised that I would save you $25,000, and here's how. You're going to find a house on Zillow that says Tampa, Florida. You're going to think, oh, I only get $5,000, right? Because of City of Tampa, $5,000. But don't assume. What you want to do is go to the Hillsborough County Property Appraiser's website, and you'll want to type in an address for that property. And so here's where you would type in an address. When the property loads, look for the folio or the PIN number. If that folio number starts with an A, that stands for City of Tampa, and you're capped at $5,000. But if it starts with U or another letter indicating unincorporated, congrats. You just qualified for the full 30K. I check this for every single client because realtors may often miss it. Let's see if we can pick a property in Tampa. Maybe. All right. Set for this search is set for homes between 250 and 450. Let's see if we can find something that's all right. Here's something that's 325, 6020 North 50th. All right. So we're going to look for the folio or the pin. Here's the pin, and here's you. This looks like unincorporated Tampa. All right. Now, alternately, let's say we find this property, 2412 East Chelsea. Pull that one up. So that would be $5,000 in down payment assistance. Now, City of Tampa has a separate program, but it is not funded right now. I'm recording this in mid-January 2026. Currently, that program is not funded. I hope they get some funds soon. They do have a really good city program. I'll make a separate video on that. The Home Sweet Home program is arguably the strongest tool that we have in Hillsborough County right now to combat high prices. $30,000 covers your entire down payment on a $450,000 home plus some closing costs. But funds are limited, just like I said about the City of Tampa program being not funded right now. This could happen to this at any point in time, in theory. As you saw in Duval County, who was eligible for these funds, they exhausted the funds set for Duval County. So if you want me to run the numbers for you, or maybe to check a specific address that you're interested in, to see if it's a $5,000 house or a $30,000 house for what it can qualify for, just give me a comment. You can say Tampa in the comments, or you can look me up on Google. You'll find me in Lakeland, Florida, and I'll help you one-on-one. Again, my name is Taylor, NMLS 370856.